Today we will discuss regarding the flip-flops. Myself, I am Dr. Rajendra Konda from Srimati Veeramanga Mesri Degree College for Women, Kalburgi. In this topic today we are going to discuss regarding the SR flip-flop and the clocked SR flip-flop. A flip-flop is a single bit information storage network, an electronic circuit with two stable states that can be used to store binary data 0 or 1. The stored data can be changed by applying varying inputs. Flip-flop are basic building blocks in the memory of electronic devices. Flip-flop is formed using logic gates, which are in turn made up of transistors. Output of the flip-flops are complementary to each other. So, in this block diagram you can see that there are inputs on the left hand side and outputs on the right hand side, and the outputs are complementary to each other. It is a Q is a normal output, Q bar is the inverted output. Before going for the SR and clocked SR flip-flop, let us review the NAND gate. A NAND gate is a universal gate where it is having two or many inputs having only one output. Here you are going to see that A and B are the input, C is the output, C is equal to A dot B whole bar. From the truth table, here inputs are A and B and output, which is C, is equal to A dot B whole bar. If the inputs are 0, 0, then 0 into 0 is 0, 0 bar is 1. Similarly, 0 and 1, A is 0, B is 1, 0 into 1, 0, 0 bar is 1. And if A is 1, B is 0, then 1 into 0 is 0, 0 bar is 1. The last case, where A is equal to 1, B is equal to 1, 1 into 1 is 1, 1 bar is 0. So from this table it's clear that if any one of the input is low, then the output is high. So first we will discuss regarding the SR flip-flop. SR is nothing but it is a set, a reset. S stands for set and R stands for reset. This can also be called as RS flip-flop. Difference is RS is inverted SR flip-flop. The SR flip-flop is basic flip-flop among all the flip-flops. All the other flip-flops are developed after SR flip-flop. NAND and NOR gates are used as they are the universal gates. To understand the working of the SR flip-flop, here the S is the set input and R is the reset input, and here we are using 4 NAND gates, and here Q and Q bar are the outputs. Initially let us assume the output of Q is equal to 0 and Q bar is 1, and let us apply the first condition, S is equal to 0 and R is equal to 0. The present state of output is Q is equal to 0. Here the first state, S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0. As already I have told that if any one of the input of the NAND gate is 0, then the output is high. And here in the reset input also the input is 0. If any one of the input is 0, then the output is high. Now here, as the NAND gate is very much sensitive to the 0, therefore the output which is 0 at Q is one of the input of the NAND gate and of the fourth NAND gate. So as 0 is one of the input, therefore the output will become 1. This one will be the input for the third NAND gate. Now here you can see that both the inputs are 1, 1, therefore the output is 0. So from this it's clear that initially the output was 0, now also the output is 0. It's clear that there is no change. So here you can see from the table, if the inputs are 0, 0, 0, 0, then if the previous output state is 0, it remains as 0 only. If it is 1, it remains as 1 only. Therefore we say that it is no change state that we can see in this truth table, where S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0, the previous state will remain as it is, therefore it is called as no change. The next one we will see the second possibility, that is when S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1. This state usually we call it as a reset state. Here you can see S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1. If the previous state is that is 0, the same state 0 will exist, that is the output will become 0. If it is 0, it remains as 0 only. If it is 1, it will become 0. That's why this state is called as reset state. Let us see the working. Assuming that the output is 1, Q is equal to 1, Q bar is equal to 0. Now we apply S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1. So as one of the input of the S, that is one of the input of the NAND gate is 0, therefore the output is 1. Output is 1. Here both the inputs are high, therefore the output is low. Now here we have to catch hold of 0, as NAND gate is very much sensitive to 0. Therefore, one of the input of the fourth NAND gate is 0. Therefore, the output will be high. This will be the input for the third NAND gate. Here both the inputs are 1. Therefore, the output is 0. That means earlier the output was 1. Now it has been converted to 0. That means we say that the output will turn to 0. This is nothing but what? Reset. When S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1, it is a reset, which we can see here also. The output will become 0, 0. Now let us see the next case. Here the last one. If both S and R are 1, 1. Let us see. Okay, here S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1. S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1. Assuming the previous state Q is equal to 0. And then we apply this one. As both the inputs are 1, 1, therefore the output is 0. Here also both the inputs are 1, 1, therefore the output is 0. Now, as one of the input of the third NAND gate is 0, therefore the output is 1. As one of the input of the fourth NAND gate is 0, therefore the output is 1. Here both the outputs are trying to become 1, 1. So, here we can say that when S is equal to R is equal to 1, both the outputs are trying to become 1, which is not valid, because the output should be complementary to each other. Therefore, this state we are going to call it as when S is equal to 0, R is equal to, when S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1. This state we are going to call it as forbidden state. So, as it is invalid, to overcome this problem, we will be moving to the next flip-flop, and that flip-flop we are going to call it as clocked SR flip-flop. Before going to the clocked SR flip-flop, here we can see the timing diagram of the SR flip-flop. Here S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0. Here we can see that S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0, then the output is equal to 0. S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, that is set state, Q is equal to 1. Here we can see S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1, it is a reset state. So here from this timing diagram, it is very clear that the S and R, when they changes according to that one, the output will change. If S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, this will be treated as set. If S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1, this will be treated as reset. If both the states are 1, 1, then it is a forbidden state. Coming to the clocked SR flip-flop. A clocked SR flip-flop is similar to that of SR flip-flop only. We are going to apply a clock here. So here, when clock is applied, you should remember that always the clock should be made 1. Otherwise, what happens is if you make the clock is equal to 0, then there is no change in the output. That is, there will be Q will remain as it is, Q bar will remain as it is if the clock is made 0. Therefore, even if you change S and R, the output will remain same. Therefore, when clock is applied, clock should be made 1 so that we can see the possibilities of S and R. Now here, let us see. In a clocked SR flip-flop, let us see when the S is equal to 0, R is equal to 0, there is no change. When S is equal to 0, R is equal to 1, it is reset. S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, it is set. All these things will be similar to that of an SR flip-flop. The only thing, the problem which we were arising, that is invalid state in the SR flip-flop, that can be overcome here. Let us see the last possibility, that is S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1. Here, when S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1 and clock is 1. When both the inputs are high, the output is low. When both the inputs are high, the output is low. One of the input is low, therefore the output is high. One of the input is high, therefore the output is low. High. That is, both the outputs are trying to become 1, 1. Now, the clock which we have applied, that is 1, we make it 0. So, when the clock is made 0, suddenly one of the input of the first NAND gate is 0, one of the input of the second NAND gate is 0. Then if the clock is made 0, then depending upon the response time of the NAND gate 1 or 2, the output Q may change 0 or 1. That is, here we are going to see the speed of this NAND gate and this NAND gate. If the speed of this NAND gate is faster than this, then one of the input is low, therefore the output is high. Then here what happens is it will become a 0. That is, 1 will be converted to 0. Suppose if the second NAND gate is faster than the first NAND gate, then the output will change from 0 to 1. So what output we are going to get, we don't know. It all depends upon the speed of the NAND gates. Therefore, this state we are going to treat it as ambiguity state. So this is an indeterminate state or undefined state or an ambiguity state we can call. So if you see the timing diagram here, when the clock is made high, if S is equal to 1, R is equal to 0, it is set state, therefore output is 1. When the clock is high, if S is 0, R is 1, it is reset state, therefore the output Q is equal to 0. If when a clock is made high, if S is 0, R is 0, it is no change. Previously it was 0, it remains in the same state. This is the timing diagram of a SR flip-flop. The problem here is the last in the last row, when S is equal to 1, R is equal to 1, we get an ambiguity state. We don't know whether the output is 0 or 1. To overcome this problem, we are going for the JK flip-flop, which we are going to see it in the next presentation. Thank you.